Incredible ocean, magical place to be. So much that we can learn from life in the deep blue sea. Incredible ocean, magical place to be. So much that we can learn from life in the deep blue sea. Life in the deep blue sea. So much that we can learn from life in the deep blue sea.
Hey! Hello everyone! Welcome to Cardiff Science Festival! Woo! And this is the coolest thing. Do you know why?
Why?
Why? Because today is World Whale Day.
In Wales?
World Whale Day in Wales!
Oh my God.
It's crazy. So for people who don't know me, my name's Russell and I'm an oceanographer and I will be your host for today. And who are you?
My name is Francesca and I am a musician and a Welsh teacher.
Is that why you're dressed in traditional Welsh dress?
Yes, it's not just for St. David's Day.
Ooh, do you just hang around in it all the time?
Yes, I do wear it most days, and especially Sundays because it's my best.
Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. So we have got a really exciting show for you today. So we are going to talk about my favourite whale because it's World Whale Day. I'm going to talk about my favourite whale. We've then got Claudia Allen, who is a porpoisologist. I'm not even sure that's a word. But she's a porpoise expert, a porpologist, a marine mammologist. She's going to tell us all about harbour porpoises, which I'm really excited about. Then we've got Oliver! And Oliver is the star of this awesome YouTube channel called Lollipop Adventures. And even though he's 7, he seems to know everything. And he's going to go through all the cool fossils and things like that he's found by walking along Penarth Beach and Lavernock Beach. So I'm quite excited about that.
And he's my nephew.
He's my nephew. You a proud aunt.
My lovely little boy.
Oh, there we go. And then finally, because it's Cardiff Science Festival, we thought it'd be really cool to have a Welsh lesson. So Francesca is going to be teaching us how to say sea animals in Welsh.
And I've picked some good ones for you.
Oh, yeah. So let's kick the show off with my favourite whale. And whenever I go into schools and do talks, there's always someone that's like, I like this whale the best. This is the best whale. And loads of kids are actually a bit dumb. And they're like, oh, my favourite whale is a shark. And I'm like, you're a cretin. I'm sorry, kid, because a shark is a fish. And a whale is a whale, so I don't care about your great white shark and your whale shark. So I'm going to tell you about my favourite whale. And some of you might have a favourite whale. So if you have got a favourite whale, write it in the comments. And I'll be like, oh, that's your favourite whale. Ooh. A lot of people like the blue whale because it has the biggest tongue. It's got a tongue that weighs 2 tons.
Can I tell you what my favourite whale is?
Yeah, tell me what your favourite whale is.
Grey whale.
A grey, was it? Why?
Because we saw some.
We did see some.
In California a few years ago.
Yeah, me and Fran drove across California and we saw grey whales. Those are pretty cool. Alas. Oh, look, and here we go. Someone has actually said in the comments, whale shark is their favourite. I'm sorry, it's a shark. It's not a whale. It's not. There we go. Here we go. We've got, blue whale, Ava, yeah. Another cool blue whale fact. Did you know that their hearts are as big as a car?
A mini.
There we go. Right, so what I'm going to do,
before. Great fact.
I'm going to show a video that's going to introduce my favourite whale. And for people that don't know, it is 100% the sperm whale. Here we go.
The sperm whale is definitely one of the coolest creatures on Earth. Not only does its name instill hysterical giggles in all teenage boys, but it also holds a number of world records. First of all, it is the largest carnivore on Earth. The females are typically around 20 meters long, while the big bull males can be up to 25 meters long. That's the same length as a school bus. Secondly, they are the loudest animal on Earth. You've probably walked past roadworks before and noticed the people there wearing ear defenders to protect their hearing. This sound is about 120 decibels, and if they're exposed to this sound level all day, they would quickly damage their ears. Sperm whale clicks of up to 240 decibels have been recorded in the ocean. This sound is 1,200 times more powerful than the sound from roadworks. The sound is so loud that people swimming next to sperm whales have been knocked unconscious. But because the particles in water are much closer together than they are in air, it means that sound can travel much further and much faster in the ocean. Scientists think sperm whales are so loud that one sperm whale can speak to another anywhere on Earth. That's like me being able to shout to my sister in New Zealand. Finally, sperm whales hold the world record for having the biggest brains on Earth. If you put both of your fists together, that's roughly the same size as your brain. But a sperm whale's brain is almost half a meter across. And because it has the same cell density, as well as the deep grooves and furrows that our brain has, scientists think that sperm whales might be more intelligent than humans, but in a way that our feeble human brains don't understand. It's easy to think that's the reason why sperm whales have such funny shaped heads. But in fact, a sperm whale's head is full of a weird, waxy, oily substance called spermaceti, and it's that gives the sperm whale its name. This waxy oil helps the sperm whale produce its super loud sound, also helps it dive deep underwater. We're used to thinking of sperm whales as surface creatures, but in fact they only spend 10 minutes out of every hour at the surface, breathing in the air. The rest of the time, they hold their breath, diving down to depths of about 2,000 meters to hunt for their favorite food, giant squids. That's right, sperm whales are so hardcore, they eat giant squids for breakfast. At this depth, it's so deep that light can't penetrate. So sperm whales can't use their eyes. Instead, they have to use their ears. You might have heard that bats use echolocation to see in the dark. They send out a sound pulse, which echoes off an object and comes back to them. The longer the time difference between sending out the sound and getting it back means the object is further away. But the sperm whale can not only tell how far away something is using sound, they can also see or hear what shape it is, what it's made from, what direction it's going, how fast it's going, and they can even see inside it. And all that just using sound. And that's why sperm whales are awesome.
Sperm whales, 100% awesome.
I agree.
There you go. There you go. Everyone agrees. And I've noticed from the comments that everyone's like, oh, I like this whale. I like this whale. I hope now, 100%, that your favorite whale is the sperm whale. So what I've got here are some items, which I thought I'd show off, that pertain to sperm whales. I've got this bad boy.
Wow. What's
This.
the date? 1726.
This is a real sperm whale tooth, and it's been scrimshawed. So it's been scrimshawed, which means basically you get like a pin and you carve things in it and then you rub ink into it. It's kind of like tattooing a tooth. So this would have been from, I'll hold that a bit closer to the camera, but this would have been, oh, can we get that? Can we get that in focus? Can we get that in focus?
Hold it.
There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. So yeah, that is the sperm whale tooth that's been scrimshawed. And so this would have been when the sailors at sea would have gone out to catch the sperm whale, and they were bored on boats. They would take the tooth out of the sperm whale skeleton and they draw pictures all over it. Which
Of course, in Wales we say tuff.
Tooth,
Tuff, not
Tuff.
tooth.
tooth. And then I've got this. Any idea what that is?
Is it a telephone?
It's not a telephone. Well, it might be slightly. Hello? Who's
well, I
there?
can definitely hear the sea.
Ooh. Well, it looks a bit like a seashell. This is actually a sperm whale inner ear bone. So in the human body, the inner ear bones are the smallest bones in the human body. They're about 2 millimeters long. But because, as I showed in my video, sperm whales are so loud, they have to have massive, super inner ear bones.
Ear bones.
Ear bones.
Your ear bone.
Ear bone. Ear bone. There we go. Right. So on that subject, we are we've just found out. Someone said favorite whale is the beluga.
Oh, I like a beluga. They're really cute.
Belugas are cute.
They almost look a bit like dolphins.
Well,
I think.
Dolphins are okay, but do you know what's cooler than dolphin?
No.
A porpoise.
It's almost like I said that on isn't it?
That's a great. So we're going to bring into the studio now someone who's awesome. We're going to bring in Claudia J Allen.
Woo!
Hello,
Hello.
Claudia.
Good morning.
Claudia.
How's it going?
Good, thank you. How are you guys?
We're all good.
Good.
So, Claudia, who are you?
Hello. So I'm Claudia Allen and I'm a marine biologist at Swansea University, and I like to use sound to study marine animals.
You sound to study marine animals. So all marine animals, or do you have a specialism?
In particular, I like to study porpoises.
Amazing! You like to study porpoises.
I
Okay,
do.
so do you have any way of giving us like the 5 best porpoise facts?
Oh, I think I might just do.
Have you put together an awesome video?
I may have done. Would you like to
let's
see it?
check it out. Let's check it out.
Okay.
What even is a porpoise?
Hi guys, my name's Claudia and I'm here to tell you 5 things you didn't know about the Harbour Porpoise. Number 1. So what is a Harbour Porpoise? Well, they're a type of cetacean, and this is the name given to the group of entirely aquatic mammals, which include your whales, your dolphins and your porpoises. They're a really widespread species with over 700,000 individuals worldwide, and they're predominantly found in the Northern Hemisphere. And just over half their population are found right here in the UK, which actually makes them the UK's most common cetacean species. Number 2. So the Harbour Porpoise actually has a really confusing name, and this is because they're a porpoise that doesn't actually porpoise. So it's one of the reasons why people don't realise they're actually right here in UK waters. So why is a porpoise called a porpoise if it doesn't porpoise? Well, their name is actually derived from the Latin word for pig, which is porcus, and this is because when they breathe, they sound like a puffing pig. Or Number 4. The Harbour Porpoise is actually one of the smallest marine mammals. They're about the same size as a baby dolphin, which is actually about the same size as me. But unfortunately, this actually gets them into a lot of trouble because dolphins decide to bully them because they're so small. Number 5. Now, a lot of people think dolphins and porpoises are really similar, but one of the easiest ways to tell them apart is by their teeth. Now, dolphins have really sharp, pointy teeth, but porpoises have flat teeth to help them grind up shellfish. Because it's so dark in the ocean, porpoises can't use their eyes to find their food, so they use a really cool thing called echolocation, where they use sound to hunt and find their prey.
Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Well, hey, there we go. Awesome video, Claudia.
Thank you. Did you learn something new?
Making that sound.
Everyone at home? You do it best, Claudia. You do it best. So I did some maths in my head, right? If there is 700,000 porpoises worldwide and half are found in the UK, does that mean we have 350,000 porpoises?
We have a lot of porpoises, and you can see them all around the coastline of the UK.
Where's a good place in Wales to see them?
Cardigan Bay, pretty good.
But you work out of Swansea, so is there a lot along the coast there?
Yeah, a lot around the Gower. You can see lots of porpoises, or you can hear a lot of porpoises. Yeah, they're really quite common. You just, because they're so small, they're really hard to see. So a lot of people don't really realise they're there. But they are there, and they're really cool.
They are cool. I think they're really cute. I really like them.
I really like them too.
I think it's also kind of weird that people just don't know about them. They're all over the place, and everyone's like, "What? We have whales and dolphins and porpoises in UK waters. I thought there was nothing here."
I think a lot of people probably see them and just assume they're dolphins.
Okay, that's a good point. There we go. So Claudia, you're going to be coming back at the end of the show, and there's going to be a chance to ask you loads of questions. So if anyone's got a question for Claudia about porpoises, about her research, so yeah, what do you actually research about them?
So we want to look into their sort of distribution, so like where they are and like what they're doing, and in particular, like if they're like looking for food and stuff. So if you look at their echolocation signals or you listen to them, you can actually determine if they're hunting or if they're not. So it gives us a good idea of like what they're doing, when they're doing it, and this will help us put in like conservation strategies in the future. So that's sort of the aim.
Do they have like language?
Well, they sort of produce like clicks that you can hear, like. But I wouldn't say it's like a language. Maybe the Welsh ones speak a little bit with a Welsh twang. Never know.
So when you say you can hear them hunting, so they kind of go like, "I'm hunting, I'm hunting, I'm hunting, I'm hunting, I'm hunting, I'm hunting," as they're going like that. Kind
of. So the clicks that they put out, when it returns, it will speed up like to the send out an echolocation click, and that'll come back to them, and that'll tell them how far away a cool fish is that they want to eat. And the closer they get to it, the faster it goes. So you can sort of hear it like speeding up as they get closer to a fish. Right, that's really cool. And so what have you discovered so far? Well, so the ones here in Wales, there was the study that was put out, and you can hear them you can find that they tend to hunt more during the nighttime. They're more active during nighttime and during winter. And as I mentioned in the video, they kind of get bullied by dolphins a little bit. So even though they live together, for example, in Cardigan Bay or here in Swansea, you can see that they're in the same area, but they're using it slightly differently. So the dolphins are hunting more in the day, whereas the porpoises are hunting more at night. This can sort of change like depending on where you are, but that's what we found here. And yeah, so they're kind of like maybe avoiding the times when dolphins are actively looking for food, which I think is quite cool.
I'm more hungry at night as well. Maybe I'm a porpoise.
Well, porpoises are hungry all the time. They're pretty much like always like on the lookout, but they're more focused on like the evening. I think I'm a bit of a porpoise as well, always hungry, always looking for food.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're lucky that we can just open a fridge and see our food. We don't have to be like, "Is there food in there? Is there food in there? Is there food in there? Is there food in there?" Using sound all the time, because that'd be really annoying. Everyone in the house would be
just shouting into the fridge. Hello. I'm going to start doing that.
Oh, well, so yeah, if you've got any questions for Claudia, put them in the comments, and we'll do a bit of a Q&A session at the end.
Yes.
So I'm going to use this.
Ask
you all the questions.
Ask me all the questions.
Okay. No question is too ridiculous. And what I'm going to do, just along the bottom there, those are Claudia's social media tags. So should you want to follow her on Instagram or Twitter, then go for it. There we go. You can also ask her questions through that medium, should you wish.
Please do.
And I'm just going to say also, while I'm doing the admin, obviously we're Incredible Oceans, and however you're watching, we're going out to 8 different live streams simultaneously.
8.
We're that professional. If you could go hit subscribe, it'll be amazing. Subscribe to Incredible Oceans. We got a new video every week all about the ocean. You'll love it. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to throw Claudia out the studio.
Bye, Claudia. Thank you.
Bye, Claudia. And I'm going to bring in
the coolest dude on Earth.
The coolest dude on Earth. But I'm already here. I'm already here, Francesca.
He knocks you out the park, mate.
What?
This dude is just the coolest.
He's the coolest. Can we get a round of applause, a drum roll for star of Lollipop Adventures YouTube channel? It is
Hello, I am Oliver and I have a YouTube channel called Lollipop Adventures, as you can see on the title of my name. I am Oliver and I'm 7 years old and my video is going to be coming on now.
Awesome. So yeah, Oliver is a YouTube star. And I must admit, I'm a little bit starstruck.
Me too.
Yeah.
And he's your nephew?
He's my nephew.
I bet you both are. People who are watching, those 33 people who are watching,
There's
you're
more
probably
than that.
starstruck as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone right now, everyone is just like, so much stardom. Look, wow. Someone has said, Tracy, thanks. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yep.
Right.
I saw the message.
So Oliver, you live in Penarth?
Yep, that's correct.
And what I discovered about Penarth is that area is the best fossil hunting in all of the UK. Or all of Wales, definitely.
No, it's Lavernock.
Is it Lavernock further down?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
interesting.
Lavernock is next to Penarth, right?
All these fossils here, even up there, even here, I found them at Lavernock.
Wow.
Right, so Lavernock's the place to be.
Yep. And
Okay,
I found a snail.
you found a snail.
I found a fossilized snail.
How do you tell if it's a snail or an ammonite?
Because if it's that, like, so for example, it's just lifted up, then it's a snail. But if it's just like it's pretending to be stuck on a rock, just like stuck, then like every fossil's stuck, you know. But if this is lifted up, and then it's a snail. But if it's actually not lifted up, it's an ammonite. And ammonites commonly are very bigger than quite bigger than this. But yeah, so here's an example of an ammonite here. This is smaller than the snail, but I don't really care. But okay, so let's start the video now.
Let's start the video. Okay, that's cool. Then we'll chat about fossils in a sec, okay? Right,
Yeah.
Great stuff. Right, where are we? Here we go.
Hey guys, welcome to Lollipop Adventures. Today we're down Lavernock Beach and we're doing fossil hunting. We will be doing a fossil of the day. Guys, keep watching until the end to see the fossil of the day. Okay, so viewers, this is called Crinoid, and this is the stars on the stone, and this is actually ancient coral. I just found this. It's really cool though, doesn't it? And it's actually an ammonite. They're quite common on Lavernock. So I've just split this rock open with my hammer, and it seems to be nothing but just calcite. It's pretty. Wait, hang on. Keep filming.
See that?
Yeah.
So try and break that bit off there. It'll display more, not lots of, but it'll display more of that, and it might look cool.
Yeah. Okay, so here is a perfectly shiny so here's a perfectly shiny shell. As I told you, they're quite common on Leatherback. Here's Richie, the master fossil hunter, just by here. Say hello, Rich.
Yo.
There's a baby one that Richie's found. Ooh. The closer you are to the cliff, the more danger. If you find a rubbish one, it's not really worth keeping. Guys, now here's a fossil here.
You're right.
I'm just going to show you.
Right.
It's here. So this fossil here, Master Richie's coming to see it.
Master Richie, yeah. Yeah, that's just a shell. That's cool. Bivalve shell.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Just check this view out, guys. It is insane. Oh my god, guys, you have to see this. You have to see this, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's better than that one. Oh, let's show the master of all the fossils. Rich, check this out. It's massive. Okay guys, we're going to the massive fossil hunter now, and I think you'll be really impressed with what I found. Really impressed. Guys, I think he's currently on the phone, so I think we're just gonna have to wait here. So we're just gonna sit on this rock, and we might chat for a bit. Now here's, if you want to take a closer look at what I found, there we are. Vertebrae are very rare, and you have a lower chance of getting them. He's gonna love this. He's gonna be really impressed. You're gonna be really impressed of what I found.
Yeah, I found
Boom.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Give a belly tickle for that. That is, that is epic.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so proud.
I know.
That's brilliant. Well done.
I know, it's great, isn't it? Do you want to take over the quick camera?
Mate, that's epic, brother.
I know.
Oh, well done.
It's really
Just
good.
leave it exactly as it is. Don't touch it with a hammer, nothing. That's cool.
I'm not going to do anything with it.
Well
Yes.
done.
Yes.
Well done.
We're going to be doing the find of the day. And this is now the find of the day.
That is the find of the, that's the find of the week.
The find of the year.
Well done.
Oh. Guys, you know what I found. The find of the day. Or the find of the year. Now, this is probably one of the best fossils I've ever found in 7 years. I found this on my own.
I found that. I was like, see, it's like
I found this on my own.
Oh, that's nice.
I found this on my own.
That is such a nice find.
I know.
That is lovely. I love that. The ones that you find, which are just nature, did that.
That was just a really old
That's
wall
nice.
one.
That's nice.
That looks about
Yeah,
10.
that's stunning. Once that's been,
that looks about 10 million years
but
old.
You're good luck as well. You are.
And I found a really, really, really worn one.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. But that
Yeah.
one, that is beautiful.
Yeah, that's really good.
Put that in there.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Didn't split very well though, did it?
Still not better than mine though. I think this was a success on the fossil hunt, guys. And with this, find of the day. So anyone who hasn't been fossil hunting before, I'm going to tell you what to look for. So just keep your eyes down and just look for fossils, I suppose. The only way you're going to find a fossil is if you keep walking across the beach and keep your eyes down. And guys, like this, I kept my eyes peeled and down. This is what you want to be looking for before you just randomly split one rock open. what you want to do is split these bits, not just like random rocks like that, and split it anywhere.
See sparkly calcite bits.
If you see sparkly calcite bits like this, for example,
In the middle of a rock.
yeah. So in the middle of a rock, then split it. Remember, guys, about our fossil of the day, and make it famous. These are
Some water. Dip it in some water.
See, if you just keep looking down when you're walking across, you'll eventually come across a nice fossil.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Yes.
Whoa! Whoa! Yes! Ah.
Lovely.
Oh my God! I found this.
Mum found it.
Okay, I'm joking. I'm joking, guys.
Another win for me.
Yeah. I guess it's a competition though, so basically 50-50. Oh.
Whoa! There's another one. Not worth keeping, but there's another one.
Yeah, so just keep looking down, guys, and eventually you will find quite a lot of fossils.
They're not all ridiculously hard to find. Sometimes they're just sitting there. No? And I did see another one up here somewhere. There. It's a bit worn, but...
See?
Wow.
That one there, and there's another one now I'll hit now. Pretty cool, eh? That one's probably the best, but I don't know if I can get it out. Well, it's not the best, but there's 3. 1, 2, 3. It's pretty cool.
Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, click that notification bell as well, and also make sure you have the notification bell turned on for daily updates on weekly videos. Thanks for watching. Bye. Chicken and fried rice.
Wow, Oliver, that was fantastic.
Yeah,
That was so good.
I know.
So
Now-
have you got the find of the week there?
Yes. It's here.
That is pretty cool.
I found it myself. Just believe me.
How old do you think it is?
I believe you.
No one believe children. Come on.
I believe children. I believe children.
Yes. And shall I do a magic trick?
Go on then. Show us your magic trick.
I'm gonna pull a fossil, like a random fossil, out of my pocket magically. I'm not tricking you. I'm not tricking you. Seriously, I do not have a fossil in my pocket, and so I'm going to.
How do we know? How do we know?
Just guess. It's fine. I really don't know.
Okay. What a
We
magic
just
trick.
trust you.
We've got
pull
to
it
trust you. We trust it. We trust.
Guess what this fossil
Children.
is? I put this out of my pocket just now, and but it was not like it was magic, but it wasn't fake. So, guess what this fossil is? Shall I have a closer inspection?
Ooh.
Begins with a
Is
V.
it an elephant fossil?
Nope. It begins with a V.
A bee?
Ooh, a bee.
No, a V.
Oh,
A
a bee.
bee.
V for vacuum.
Oh, is it a
A van?
No.
a vacuum? A fossilized vacuum cleaner.
A vespa?
No, V for vacuum. No, it's a fossil.
It's
It's
a
a real
vertebrae.
dinosaur. Yep, you were correct.
Oh, well done.
You were correct.
So what is it the vertebrae of?
A dinosaur.
A dinosaur. Do you know what type of dinosaur?
I have no idea. Probably a pterodactyl, maybe a T-Rex. I don't know.
So I did some research because I knew I was going to be chatting to you, who's a little bit of a fossil expert. And the dinosaurs, or the kind of main fossils, apart from ammonites and things,
Yeah.
around Lanark and
Yeah.
Lathannock and Penarth, you get a lot of these things. So I don't know if we can see on the book. There we go. So you get the Ichthyosaurus, which is the big fish-looking thing at the top.
Yeah,
And then at the bottom, you've got the plesiosaur.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
So technically, you'll notice what it says on my book. It says, these are not dinosaurs. Dinosaurs must walk. And these swim, so they are not dinosaurs. But what looks like you've got is an ichthyosaur vertebrae, which is the fish-looking thing.
Wait a minute.
Pretty cool. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
what I've got here, I found this on Penarth Beach, and it looks like a rock. But if I make it a bit wet, you should hopefully be able to see that the bone bits absorb water differently, and they go a bit darker. So if you look, so hopefully you can see that. That is a vertebrae
it's not
of a plesiosaur. Oh, one of these. I bought this with my pocket money when I was 4.
Really?
Like I chewed the head of it. There we go. So anyway, what else have you got? Show us what else you found.
I got a magic trick to do with just another rock too. There's no fossil inside. So this is what you want to be looking for here. Like these, sort of this here, and it's
so like some white crusty bits.
Yep, the white calcites, okay? Now, I'm going to do a magic trick, and I'm going to blow the rock, and it'll come out with a like massive ammonite.
Go on then.
Excellent joke, Neil.
And there you go. I blew on it.
Wow!
Oh, I missed 2 small ammonites.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is really well preserved. Can you hold that right up to the camera for us?
Okay. Here it is.
Oh, that is beautiful. So that's actually like a calcite, but in the shape of the ammonite.
Yep.
That is awesome.
No,
so I've got to say, because we're obviously talking right now like ammonites and are these and things. A lot of people might think that ammonites are snails because they're curly, like it looks like they've got curly things. But what, sorry, we've got a bit of a glitch at this end, so I'm sorry if this is coming through. But what an ammonite is, that curly shell, they're basically like a squid, and they've got like a squid thing coming out the bottom. And that we still have a living fossil, a living relative of theirs called a nautilus, which still hangs around in our seas, which is pretty cool. Not in Welsh seas, but they live in tropical waters, which is pretty cool. So can you show us, you got any other cool fossils?
Yeah.
Cool facts.
It's not a fossil, but it's actually pink alabaster. And it's also called Penarth alabaster, commonly used in the medieval period for religious carvings. And Penarth alabaster is the rarest and most beautiful variant too.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Can we see it?
So that's what that...
That's beautiful.
So when you walk along the beach, when I first saw it, I was like, what is this weird pink blobs everywhere? It's like jelly on the beach, but it's pink alabaster.
Trifle.
Trifle.
I love a trifle.
And this also looks like marble, but it's actually pink alabaster. And there's you go. And I also got another one.
And you said they used it in medieval times.
Yep. Yeah, to build.
That is pretty. So normally alabaster is this like white color, and you get that on Penarth Beach as well. And I was like, is this, when I first saw it, I was like, is that a tooth? So the thing that makes the pink alabaster pink is iron, I think, which dissolves into it. And normally iron, like things go rusty, they go that reddy orange color. So I think basically what's happened is that pink color has come from having, extra iron in it. So.
Well, I discovered yesterday that the word iron comes from the Welsh hyrn, because in Welsh it's hyrn, and I just assumed it went the other way around, but I found it yesterday it came from Welsh into English. Hyrn.
So the Iron Age.
Hyrn.
Well, we've got time for one more fossil, Oliver, and then Francesca's going to be teaching us things. So come on, that looks like a cool one.
So this one, and then one more fossil.
Go on then. Show. Go for it.
Okay. Now this one is the internal chamber of an ammonite.
That is totally cool. Can you hold that right up to the camera so we can see as well?
And there's this bivalve shell here too. If you want to have a close look at that one too.
That is so cool. Those internal chambers are awesome.
And here's this bivalve shell here. Here's the bottom.
We've lost.
It's a bit worn. It looks about 1 million year old. I mean, 1 million years
I've got to
old.
say they're much older than 1 million.
Yeah.
So the dinosaurs died out 65 million years ago.
What the?
Yeah. That's when the meteor slammed into Earth and caused the winter.
I know about the meteor. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so all of these plesiosaurs and these bones and these things that we found are around that kind of age.
I know.
There we go.
That's older than your gramps.
Older than 65 million years?
Well, he's 65 years.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Times a million.
Right. What we're going to do then, we got a Welsh lesson.
Woo!
Yep. Welsh
So what we're going to do is we're going to bring Claudia back in as well. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, Claudia.
Hi, Claudia.
Hi.
And
Do you speak any Welsh? I detect you have a bit of a northern accent.
I can say some things. I have been trying to learn, but I'm very excited to learn some Welsh animals that I can use in science.
Oh, excellent.
I know moron,
Moron,
which is carrot.
Carrot.
Everyone knows that.
So
And obviously,
Arab?
Arav. Slow.
Arabs are actually small little Welsh creatures. So it's a slow Arab.
Oh, so you don't run them over?
So you don't run the Arabs over.
I think you might be lying. Okay. So what we're going to do, so Fran, let's see if we can get your amazing lesson up. Here we go, everyone. Hopefully you'll be able to see this.
And hopefully you can see us as well. Oh, no. Oh, Russell, you ruined it.
I've ruined it. Okay. I have ruined it.
Well, these are some clues. So I want you to guess what this animal is, but I'll just go through this one quickly because the answer's there. So the first clue, dwi'n famolyn. I'm a mammal.
So famolyn.
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 Mae gen I dwll chwythu. A blowhole. I've got a blowhole.
So how do you say blowhole?
Dwll chwythu. Or tull chwythu.
Tooth gwethy.
Tull
Chwythu.
chwythu.
Tooth gwethy.
Tooth gwethu. What?
Oh, da iawn, Oliver. Well done, Oliver. Dwi'n gallu tyfu yn fawr iawn. I can grow very big. So beth ydw I? What am I? But you've ruined it.
I've ruined
so we
it.
can see
It's a whale.
What is it?
How do we say whale?
Morville.
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 Well done, Claudia. So Morville literally means sea animal or sea beast. That's cool, isn't it?
So
I like that
technically, anything that lives in the sea is a Morville.
Technically.
Morville. My
Morville.
firstborn child will be called Morville.
Morville.
Right.
Morville Arnott.
Here we go. Right. Next one.
Next clue.
Right.
Click on the gwymon, the seaweed. Mae gen I groen garw. I've got rough skin. Is it you? No.
No, I'm
Any
silky
ideas?
smooth.
Okay,
I
let's
got
go
rough.
to the next clue.
Mae
Mae gen I synwyr arbennig i'r ogli. I've got an amazing sense of smell. Any ideas yet, guys?
Mae gen I synwyr. What the?
Oliver, try and guess what animal we're talking about. I've got an amazing sense of smell. Rough skin.
Any ideas?
Give us the last clue.
Last clue.
Dwi'n
Shark.
cadw'r cefn fod yn iach. I keep the ocean healthy. Could be oysters, couldn't it?
Could be oysters. They don't smell really well, though, do they? And
They
don't have
stink.
and they don't have skin. Shut up. They're delicious.
Well,
I-
Beth, do we?
I think
Claudia,
it's
any
shark.
ideas?
Shark?
oh, I was going to guess that. I was going to guess that. And I thought it
Would've been
didn't
a good
look
guess.
healthy because it basically killed animals in the sea.
Well, no.
I was
Well,
gonna
no, this is the thing. So what sharks do, and people don't realize, is if there's a fish that's like ill, and it's like, I'm going to give all the other fish my gross disease. Sharks come in and are like, oi, ill fish, and they eat it. Because sharks have been around before dinosaurs, sharks are older than trees. So they have got the most amazing immune system. So they can eat all these animals that are diseased, and they come in and eat the ill fish and stop all the well fish from getting that disease.
Really?
Ants do something similar to that, don't they?
But they don't live in the sea.
No.
There we go.
Okay,
Sea ants.
Let's
So-
have a
so
look
how
how
do
you
we-
spell shark.
How do we say shark in Welsh?
Shark.
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 Do you have to say it like shark?
Shark. You can just say shark. Shark.
Okay, so
I like to roll my R's.
Shark.
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 I like that better, I think. Shark.
Let's move on to the next animal.
Next one, right? Okay, so
Beth Dewey, what am I? Click on the Gwymon. Doing whistressy ink.
Ah,
I
squid.
squirt ink.
Squid.
Oh, what was that, Oliver? A squid.
Squid.
Let's see the other clues. My Genny Ben Envar, I've got a big head,
especially with that hat.
like Russell.
And
My Genny Reis o Signwyr
Ah.
Arfynhoesau.
I got this now.
No suckers on my legs.
I like
What is it,
the-
Oliver?
Octopus.
you were right the first time. Totally a
Oh.
squid. But how do you
I
say
was
squid?
So I was not wrong the second time. Oh my god.
Do you know
So-
what squid is?
Come on.
So Fran wanted to know, while we're on squid, why I had this here, this sink plunger. Whenever I do talks in schools about my favourite whale, I show this because sperm whales eat giant squid, and giant squid suckers are as big as that.
Wow.
That's to give you an idea of size. And they suck onto you and drag their prey in towards their beak. But the
Can
difference,
you unblock your sink with a squid then?
yeah, and your toilet. If you've got a giant squid hanging around, but mate, unblock that toilet. The thing is, right, squid suckers have got teeth around the edge of them. So when they suck onto you, they can take a disc of flesh out of you. Not
My
fun.
Really?
My mum
I would
unlocks the toilet with a squid.
Does she? She is
Yeah.
awesome. That's good. I'm glad. Pleased you've got a bathroom squid, just in case.
What's squid in Welsh? Let's find out. Morlawes.
More
A sea
lower.
sleeve.
Sea sleeve.
Would allow it.
Morlawes.
More Laos.
More
Let's all say it together. Morlawes.
More lower.
more flowers.
A sea sleeve.
More lower.
Because I guess the mantle of the squid, which is that top bit, is actually completely hollow, and all their organs are inside that, but they're exposed to the water. So how a squid swims, it opens its mantle up, fills it full of water, and then squishes its mantle and forces the water out through a siphon, so it swims backwards. There you
That's
go.
how I swim.
So, so clever.
Right, next one, moving on.
Click on the Gwymon. What is this? Mae gen I 8 coes. I've got 8 legs.
Wyth coes.
8 coes. 8 legs. Rydw i'n gramenog.
Gramenog.
I'm a
Gramenog. Oh, I like that
crustacean.
word. Gramenog.
It's a good
Gramenog.
word, isn't it?
Is it gramenog?
Gramenog.
I like that.
Does it also mean that you're crusty?
Crab.
Then you have like gramenog loaf, like a crusty loaf.
Is it crab?
I wouldn't
I
describe
think that's
my
a
bread
good guess,
as
Oliver.
What was that, Oliver?
Is it a crab?
Oh, mae gen I pincernau miniog. I have sharp pincers.
What
So
is-
pincers is
It's obviously not a squid.
pincernau.
That's not a sea creature,
Pinch.
so it's going to be a crab.
Beth ydw i? Well done all.
I
It's a
knew it.
crab. And how do you say crab?
Crank.
Such a good name.
Crank. Cranky. Do you like that? Crank.
That is a good name for a crab.
And that is a crank koch, a red crab.
Crank koch.
Do we have a lot of red crabs in Wales?
Claudia?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of crabs.
Crank melon.
Oh, what did you say, Oliver? Crank melon. Yellow crab.
Crank melon. Yeah. Yellow crab.
We do get what is called edible crabs around the whole coast of the UK, which is a bit sad because it's like their name is that we can eat them. But their pincers are so hardcore. If you put a pencil in, they can snap the pencil in half.
Don't want to get your fingers near them.
Wow.
And spider crabs you also get around the UK.
Hermit crabs have seen a lot.
Cool. Right, next one.
Right. My genny bedwar aden flat. I've got 4 flat fins.
My genny bedwar
aden flat.
aden flat.
I'm starting to think it's a fish.
Ooh.
You think it's a fish, do you? My genny gefndrid sydd yn byw ar y lan. I've got cousins who live on the shore, on land.
What?
Oliver, I think you might know this. My genny gragen, even warchod, and protected by a shell.
Turtle.
Beth I dwi?
Da iawn.
Nice.
Crwban.
A crwban?
A turtle. And do you know what the word crwban, the origins are a little hump. Crwban. Little hump. It's cute, isn't it?
That's what it looks like in the water, I guess.
And if you go to Cardiff Museum, you can see a giant turtle.
Well,
and it talks.
It talks? Was it just hanging out there like
Yeah,
a curator?
Because you moved to Wales in lockdown, so it's been closed.
Yeah, I've not been able to sit. Well, I do know the turtle in Cardiff Museum is a leatherback turtle. And not many people know that the largest turtle ever recorded in the entire world was found off Anglesey. And it's that one that is in the Cardiff Museum.
What? And it's
that's cool.
It talks.
Guess what?
Hello, I'm a crewman.
I'm a turtle.
But why doesn't it say I'm a crewman?
Probably does.
I'm a crewman. I'm a
Guess
little
next animal. Beth ydw I? What am I? Dwi'n 90, now I can't do. 99% water. We are 75% water.
Yeah.
As one of my songs says.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jellyfish.
I think this might be Oliver, judging by that one.
I don't have a brain. You're saying my lovely little nephew doesn't have a brain?
I'm joking, Oliver. I'm joking, Oliver.
I am.
Does ddim ymenydd gyda fi. I don't have a brain. Could it be a scarecrow?
That's definitely a jellyfish. 100%.
Dwi'n gallu dy bigodi. I can sting you. Jellyfish, you think?
Jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
Jellyfish is cool. There's quite a lot of words for jellyfish in Welsh.
So we find out what some of the words are for jellyfish. Don't worry, Claudia.
Slefren vor. That's a good one, isn't it? A skate, a sea skate.
Cool. Ah. And these are the ones that English people always know. And they're like, I know a Welsh thing. Jellyfish is piscodden, wibbly wobbly.
Pusgodden.
Pusgodden.
Wibbly wobbly.
But that's not, so that the official name is Sletheren Ford.
Yeah.
So
Slefren vor.
Slefren vor.
Sometimes Sklefren vor.
Sklefren.
There is also another name that some of you might know, but we're not going to talk about that one.
Okay. But these words.
Pusgodden jelly.
So Pusgodden wibbly wobbly, that's like a bunny, like you would say. Like to a kid.
Yeah, like you would describe a rabbit to a kid as a bunny. Pusgodden wibbly wobbly.
Okay. But you should be saying, we should be saying Sletheren vor.
You can say what you want.
Sletheren.
Fair enough.
I remember that when I'm out on the beach and I see one.
Wibbly wobbly.
Washed up.
Aww.
I found a jellyfish.
You found a jellyfish
on Newton Beach.
Did you? Where's Newton Beach?
Newton Beach. You're asking where it is.
Yeah.
I think it's is it
Cool.
It's next to the sea.
Yeah,
It's next to the sea.
Next to the sea, yeah.
Yeah, we
Next.
normally go there in the summer.
Ah.
Yeah. I buried you in the sand there, didn't I?
I know. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
Right. Oh, Claudia, I wonder what this could be.
I think I might know what this one is.
Dolphin bank. I'm the same size as a baby dolphin.
Or the
young
same
dolphin.
size as a marine mammologist from Swansea University. Oh, next one.
Dwi'n cael fy mwlio gan dolffiniaid.
Porpoises.
Bullied by dolphins.
Poor.
Poor.
I'd hate. Imagine being bullied by dolphins.
It's definitely a porpoise. Porpoise. I know.
I'm shy.
Dwi'n swim. Oh, dwi'n swim.
Leave me alone, dolphin.
What am
What
I?
is it?
I'm a porpoise.
Yes.
So how do you say porpoise?
Smash the camera.
Sorry, what was that, Oliver?
I said smash the camera.
Sam Hiddith.
Clam Hiddith.
Clam
Hiddith comes from like the old word in Welsh for dancing and leaping.
Oh,
Which is funny because they
they don't do that.
Well, I didn't name it.
So what's this morhook?
So in the dictionary, it also says morhwch or morhachad, which I've never heard anyone say, but it was in the dictionary, and it means sea sow or pig. Sea...
Like female pig?
That
Yeah.
makes sense. That makes more sense, I think.
Because what kind of noise did they make, Claudia?
A noise that sounds like a puffing pig.
Show us.
When they breathe.
Sam Hiddith.
Right. Well, are we coming to the end? I think this might be the last one. And we'll do some questions after that. So,
Aderyn ydw I. I'm a bird. Any ideas? Could be anything.
seagull.
Dwi'n byw yn Hemisphere De. I live in the southern hemisphere.
What?
They probably have seagulls in the south. And
They do. And albatrosses.
Albatri? We saw an albatross,
We
didn't we?
did see one.
Dwi'n gallu plymio,
Ooh.
I can dive
No.
I ddyfnder o dros 500 metr. I can dive to
Pelican.
over 500 meters depth. Any ideas?
Pelican falcon.
Peregrine falcon.
Love
That's a
falcon.
good idea. I don't think they can
Do
go
they
that
dive?
deep.
Just
They-
not a
Water?
falcon.
They go
Sorry,
into
just
water,
a pelican.
Do they?
but probably not that deep.
Just a pelican, not a pelican.
Claudia, any ideas?
Not sure. I feel like I should know this.
It is a penguin.
Penguin!
Oh, of course it is.
And the cool thing,
I said the wrong
this
thing.
is a Welsh word that every English person knows.
Penguin. So the word penguin in English, allegedly, comes from Welsh. And the reason is because there were sailors on one of the voyages to the Antarctic from Wales, and they saw some penguins and thought it looked similar to a great auk, which was called Penguin Whitehead. And they mistakenly said, "Oh, look, it's a penguin." And then the other sailors on the boat took the name.
Oh, they were like, oh, those Welsh people know what
That is. It's a penguin, and it's stuck.
There we go. Thank you, Fran. So now hopefully we've all know some more Welsh for sea creatures. Personally, I'm just going to use crank for crab all the time.
Crank.
Crank.
I like Morville.
Morville is
Morville.
called. Morhook. Right. So let's have a look then at some questions. So get your questions coming in. I did see some pop up earlier. Let me have a quick look. Okay, so this one is for Claudia. And it is, what got Claudia into porpoises?
It's a good question. I've always really liked marine animals and the sea. So when I was at university, I had the opportunity to study them. So that was my sort of first direct like interest in porpoises, but I've always been fascinated by the sea and by the ocean. So why wouldn't you want to be into porpoises?
Oh, oh. So this was I thought quite an interesting, good question. So if a porpoise is shouting to try and find a fish, how come the fish can't hear it? So, and this was a really good question, I thought, which was, how come this doesn't warn the fish?
Because the fish don't have the ability to echolocate, so they can't hear the frequency that the porpoise is communicating in. So it's like almost like a separate language that the fish can't hear, so it doesn't warn them.
So they give off really high pitched stuff, like the same stuff as like ultrasound that you would scan like your baby with at an ultrasound scan.
Yes, they're one of the highest frequencies of like marine mammals, so they can go up to like 150 kilohertz, which is really high pitched.
Wow.
I've got a question. Could a bat and a porpoise have a conversation?
I don't know. That is an excellent question. What frequency do bats echolocate at? Does anyone know?
Literally no idea.
I love it if they could.
Maybe if we can get one of them either out of the water, the other one in the sea, and we can find out. Yeah, I don't know. That would be very interesting.
Claudia, I feel like this is your next area of research.
I mean, the paths wouldn't generally cross, but you never know.
I don't know. There's caves with bats in on the seashore.
True.
Right. So I found another one. This is although for Claudia to start off with. So do you explore the Irish seacoast as well?
So I'm just sort of mainly based on the Welsh coast, like being with Swansea University. So sort of mainly the Welsh coast, and up in like Scotland a little bit. I did some research for my masters, but I'm mainly based in sort of South Wales.
Cool. Okay, so we've got some new comments come in. I'm just seeing if there's any for. Okay, here we go. Here's a good question. Right, Oliver, if you could be a sea creature, what would you be?
I really don't know.
A crank? A morpheel?
I'd be a crank.
A seahorse.
A seahorse.
Oh, morveig.
Literally seahorse.
Do you know though, if you're a seahorse, you have to have babies. Being a boy.
I'll just
They
say
have a pouch, and all the babies go. That would be you.
That's actually a
What
really
about
good
you, Claudia?
impression.
What would you be?
I might just stick with a shark.
Any type of shark?
Hammerhead shark.
Yeah, hammerhead
Yeah,
shark.
I love hammerhead sharks. They're really cool.
MC Hammerhead. There we go. So, Claudia, would you be a crank?
I feel like I would be a crank. I feel like I should say porpoise, but I'm not sure. I feel like I'm louder than a porpoise. I have to have a think.
I forgot. I've actually got something here to show Oliver. Because one of the cool things, you spend a lot of time walking along the beach, and your whole thing in your video was like, keep your eyes down, keep your eyes down. I found these on the beach.
Ready for duty.
Look at these. Do you know what these are?
Dogfish. No. Yeah, dogfish.
Yeah. Yeah. So these are colloquially called mermaids' purses. This is from a skate.
You're getting water on your laptop.
Getting on my laptop. Oh, they're dripping. And this is from a cat shark. Cat shark. There we go. Pretty cool.
It's not
So, yeah,
focused.
there's nothing in it. They're empty. But yeah. Next time you're on the beach, as well as keeping an eye out for fossils, keep an eye out for cat sharks. Well, hey. What would you be? What sea creature would it be?
What would I? I'd like to be a lobster.
Why?
Because I love life, and it'd be great to live so long.
They do live so long. They do live so long. Cool fact I learned about lobsters is underneath both of their eyes. That's where their wee comes out. So they wee out their faces.
And I've changed my mind.
And if they fancy someone, like another lobster, they go up to them and they go, wee! And they wee in each other's faces.
So
I don't know what
It's a true. It's a
I would
fact.
go on a date with someone and just pee on them out my eyes.
Yeah, they're like, are you crying or are you weeing?
I fancy you.
Here we go.
Go with something else.
Right. Next question. Quickly. Let's move on.
Oh, we haven't found out what you want to be.
I'd be a sperm whale.
Or a mimic octopus.
Mimic octopus. Right. So, can we still find new species of whales and dolphins?
I think we could. Well, we've hardly explored much of our oceans. I think we know more about space than we do our deep sea. So I think there's definitely the possibility. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I think when I trained to be an oceanographer, all of my university lecturers were like, we have explored 2% of our ocean. In the 20 years since I left university, we have now explored 5%. So if it takes 20 years to explore 3%, we will have finished exploring our ocean in 550 years, which is a bit naff, really. There we go. Right, here's another good question. What could I do to help conserve whales? Any ideas?
I think one thing that we could do, we just need to really look after our seas and make sure they're super healthy and that the whales have lots to eat. But also whales get caught up as bycatch in fisheries quite a lot. So making sure if you are eating fish that it's sourced responsibly and that it's dolphin friendly. So it's not all the fishing practices are sustainable. It's a good one.
Cool. So one which I think is really pertinent to right now is that because of COVID, our seas have become much quieter because you don't realize that all the boats and all of the speedboats and jet skis and us shipping food all over the world makes our oceans really, really, really noisy. So by buying local reduces the amount of things that need to be shipped overseas. So it actually makes our ocean quieter.
Yeah.
Be responsible and don't put plastic in the sea.
Definitely.
Don't put plastic in the sea. 100%. And I'll say, if you're on the beach finding fossils, finding shark eggs, it would be awesome if you find any rubbish, 3 pieces. If everyone took 3 pieces of rubbish off the beaches, our beaches would be clean. So if you find any plastic, take it off the beach and recycle it, put it in the bin.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to finish off now because we've totally gone. We've been on here over an hour. Thank you to everyone who has contributed questions. I'd like to say thanks to Lawrence Hall. He's behind here. He's filmed us all, shaking the camera. There we go. What you all have to do is to sign up to everyone. You need to go like, subscribe, notify, all that stuff. Incredible Oceans YouTube channel. Hit subscribe. I'd like you to go to Lollipop Adventures. Like and subscribe. All that, notify things. Francesca's Word Salad. Amazing musician and actress as well. She's got some great music and she can teach you Welsh. And you're working on a Welsh album right now.
I am working on a Welsh album.
And finally, Claudia, you got any more questions for her? She's on Twitter. She's on Instagram.
Yes, send me some
away,
questions and I'm happy to answer them.
That's brilliant, guys. Thank you so much and have a fantastic Sunday and enjoy the rest of Cardiff Science Festival.
Thanks, guys. See you soon.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Incredible ocean, magical place to be. So much that we can learn from life in the deep blue sea. Incredible ocean, magical place to be. So much that we can learn from life in the deep blue sea.
So I could hear everybody else.